What's up, guys? Today we're gonna go over a macro Monarch build that I have made. This deck has always been testing pretty well, and right now I'm just gonna go over the deck list and some of the strategies in the deck. So we shall begin. First, I'm gonna start with some of the regular monsters. I mean, not monarchs. So first we have 3 Cyber Valleys. This is just a great card in any remove from play deck. Um, Makes great plays with DD Survivor. If you remove this Cyber Valley and DD Survivor, Survivor will come back, and you still get to draw 2 cards. Also, just a good card to keep you alive. It can end your opponent's battle phase, give you extra sacks for Monarchs. Just a good card in general. And here's 3 DD Survivors. Always a good card to have. Works well with Macrocosmos, Dimensional Fissure, obviously, because when this card is removed from the field, it will come right back to the field. So it can be destroyed many times or whatever. And if you have Dimensional Fissure or Macrocosmos in the field, it will always come back. Now we have DD Scout Plane, same as DD Survivor, the reasons for it being played. Next we have Neospecian Grand Mole, just a good card for monster removal, getting rid of your opponent's annoying monsters, and whatever. Now we have Vortex Trooper. Some people may ask why this card's in here, but I've found out that it's a pretty good card. For one thing, obviously when it's destroyed you can draw a card. Other than that, when you summon it, if you have some dead cards in your hand like Scout Plane, Survivors, or extra Macrocosmos or Dimensional Fissures, this card can easily shuffle them back to the deck, and you can just draw more. Next we have 2 Gravekeeper Spies. Just good cards for, for giving you sacrifices for your Monarchs. And finally we have Spirit Reaper and Marshmallow. Same reason as the Spies, just gives you extra sacks for your Monarchs. Now we're going to go over the Monarchs, the Monarch team in the deck. And here we have 1 Ryza, even though you can have 3 now. I only have 1 right now. 3 Caiuses. And finally 3 Testalos. I find that these 3 are the best Monarchs, just period. So those are the monsters, and now we're going to go over some of the spell cards in the deck. So here we have 3 Soul Exchanges. Honestly, this spell is one of the Monarch's best friends. There's nothing like sacrificing your opponent's monsters to summon your Monarchs, and then activating your effects. And besides that, one of the greatest plays I find is using Soul Exchange on one of your opponent's monsters, so that removes 1 monster from their field, and then you summon Caius by sacrificing their monster and remove play another from their side of the field. So you just got rid of 2 of their cards by using 2 of yours, and you have a 2400 beat stick on the field. So Soul Exchange is one of the best cards in a Monarch deck, and it's just always a great card to have in any Monarch deck. Now next we have 3-dimensional fissures. Obviously, that's what makes this deck a remove from play deck. Any monster card actually that's sent to the graveyard is removed from play instead. Fits into the DD Survivor and DD Scout Plane combo. Next we have 2 enemy controllers, and two of the reasons that I have these in this deck is, 1, you can sacrifice your Survivors and Scout Planes while Dimensional Fissures on the field or Macrocosmos, and you can get those cards right away. So the tributing basically is free. You can just take control of an opponent's monster without losing anything, because the Survivor or Scout Plane will come back at the end phase anyway. And since the Survivor will be on the field many times, you can just use enemy controller to take down your opponent's big monsters like Goyo Guardians, Stardust Dragons, Monarchs, because Survivor has a good solid 1800 attack. Just a good assistance card to help your Survivors out, take out some good big monsters. Next we have Reinforcement of the Army. Good and easy way to search out your DD Survivor from your deck. Next we have Brain Control, obviously fitting into the Monarch theme. allowing you to take control of the opponent's monsters, and then again, you can sack them. Next we have Smashing Grounds, a good, free removal card. Next we have Lightning Vortex, just good monster destruction. Next we have Scapegoats, just, good protection, and besides that, you can use Cyber Valley and remove from play a Scapegoat token to use its effect. So, the goats come in handy sometimes. Sometimes they'll clog up your field, but goats are pretty good. Now, here are the trap cards. Now, we have 2 bottomless trap holes. Just good, trap, monster removal. Nowadays, it's a really good card. It can take out, many monsters that opponent runs. We have 2 Macrocosmos. Once again, it's like Dimensional Fissure, but instead, Macrocosmos just removes and play everything that hits the graveyard. And one good thing about it is that it's chainable, so, if your opponent is, summoning a monster or activating effective discard, you can just chain this card and try to remove from play some of the opponent's monsters. Now we have 1 Sakuretsu Armor, just randomly there. Didn't really have anything else to put inside. Good, removal card. While Macrocosmos or Dimensional Fissures on the field, acts like a Dimensional Prison. So, but just be aware that obviously Stardust can still destroy it because it says, destroy. Dimensional Prison can easily run through Stardust. Next we have 1 Trap Dust Shoot, easily one of the best trap cards recently. And finally we have a Torrential Tribute. Just good monster removal. Especially when your opponent summons a monster and you have survivors on the field, as well as Macrocosmos or Dimensional Fissure. You can just destroy all monsters on the field, and your survivors or Scout Planes will come right back to the field. So this is a macro Monarch build, and just wanted to go over some of the cards and strategies in the deck. If you guys have any questions, you can post comments or whatever. Just wanted to show some more decks to the world. This is my mat. Just to let you know, this is not an actual Nationals mat. Just a custom made mat I got from someone. And thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.